Diddy issues mount as Tupac's family investigates alleged link to death. Hire Alec Baldwin's Rust lawyer. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. Tupac Shakur's family has hired Harvard-trained attorney Alex Spiro. He's a stud of a guy. You've met him, by the way. Known for representing Alec Baldwin in the Rust manslaughter case to investigate potential links between Sean Diddy Combs and Tupac's 1996 murder. Spiro, who has a roster of Hollywood clients, is tasked with exploring allegations involving Combs in Tupac's death nearly 30 years ago. Shakur was shot on September 7, 1996 in a drive-by while riding with Death Row Records co-founder Suge Knight. The unsolved case has spurred speculation for decades, and last year, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was indicted on charges of open murder in connection with shooting, reigniting the investigation. As the investigation into Tupac's death intensifies, Combs faces serious legal troubles. He was arrested on September 16 and charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation, and engaged in prostitution. If convicted, Combs could face up to life in prison. Thoughts on this here with Tupac? Alex Spiro is not a regular guy to come after you. Go ahead, Vinny.
I don't know, Pat. It just everything is just slowly coming out. I don't. What was? Because Pat, who'd you interview that the link between him, Biggie, and Tupac came out?
Greg Kading.
And what was like the synopsis was? What was the end game of it?
Well, I mean, the end game is there could be a possible link between Diddy and Tupac being dead.
And here's my thing: what does he gain from killing him, and then potentially even with Biggie? That's what with this whole thing. That's what. Besides all the sex stuff and the oil and all the sex tapes and all that stuff, my thing was the killing of him, and then potentially killing of Biggie Smalls. Like they're saying that he had a hand in both.
No, it's somewhere between a gang war and a market share war is basically what it was, what it comes down to. You have power, you have the East. First of all, you have East versus West, so you have human egos and people that want to be the number one involved, number one. Number two, you've got basically a war for control going on in the recording industry that way and people that were exploiting each other. And then you've got people that just on the street level didn't like each other. So it's a combination of popularity, market share, and everything else. And people have dove into it. And I thought the guy that Pat interviewed, who went through the board and everything, and he even said at the end of it, he said, I believe that at this time, isn't that what he said, Pat? I believe at this time, Diddy was in fear for his own life. That Diddy believed that there were people trying to hit Diddy.
Yeah, I mean, the video's out there for you to watch. But the point is, can you go to Alex Spiro, Rob? Just type in Alex Spiro to see who he is. This is him. You met him, Vinny. I'll remind you after the show when you met him.
Okay.
Can you zoom into his profile? If there's a Wikipedia on him. Right there, to the left, zoom in. So, New York guy, represented, celebrity, Elon, Jay-Z, Mr. Beast, Eric Adams, Alec Baldwin. The guy's stacked. So when a guy on the opposite side brings a guy like him to come after you, your name is Diddy, and he's doing Tupac, let me tell you, I am so happy that this is taking place because I want to know exactly what the hell happened. Mm-hmm. What happened? In 2008, this guy received a JD from Harvard Law. During the program, he did a fellowship at CIA.
Whoa. Okay.
This is not a regular. He's
not a lightweight.
No. He's a very... Adam, do you have a thoughts on this?
Yeah, I do. Well, in this entire context with Diddy, this is about to be the worst takedown of a public figure we've ever seen. So Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby, even things like Andrew Tate, Russell Brand, R. Kelly, we know what that guy did, Kevin Spacey. None of those guys have the popularity, the fame, the allure, and the money that Diddy has. It's so unique with Diddy because, all right, Epstein, very weird situation, but nobody knew who Epstein was. What's going on there? Harvey Weinstein, all right, he was funding all these projects in Hollywood, but he wasn't a face of anything like that. R. Kelly, I mean, he hasn't really been necessarily relevant in a decade or two. Andrew Tate, super famous, still, not guilty, by the way, but that's a very recent thing. Kevin Spacey, I don't even know what happened with that. I think he's innocent. Well, it remains to be seen. But Diddy? Things are so bad for Diddy now. You have dead people from 28 years ago being like, yeah, let's investigate more with Diddy. This guy is completely finished, and there's no coming back for Diddy. That's what
Do you
I'm at.
think, Adam, honest question, do you think anything happens to him while he's in prison? Just dead serious.
Anyone who says no way is completely naive. And anyone who's like 100% it's going to happen is also a little aggressive. But this Diddy situation, unbelievable.
There's like
here.
sex tapes right now getting like potentially getting sold online. It just gets worse and worse and worse. But you are right, Pat. That would be like a definitively evidence. Boom, he had a hand in it. It's over for us.
Let me give you guys an update here about election night. So election night, that's coming up November 5th. It's going to be the biggest party in the country, minus the one that Trump and Kamala host together. I have 4 guests that I'm announcing that are now going to be at the election night with us. We're going to have some of the old timers that are coming back. So those guys are going to come back no matter what. They'll be with us while we go live on the podcast from 7 p.m. to 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe even later. It's going to be one of those marathons. And by the way, it's so awesome seeing other people who are business podcasts are now saying, we're going to host a live event as well. No problem. We like to lead people. We're leaders amongst leaders, and it's exciting. But ours will be a kick-ass event that we put together here. Here's who's going to be here with us. You got Brian Callen will be here. You got Sammy Gravano will be here to give his take from a mob's perspective. You got Michael Francis that will be here. You got Dave Smith that will be here and many other names, but I'm going to drop it to you every podcast who else is going to come here. So don't be the person that's waiting till last minute when this thing sells out and then you're saying, but I couldn't get a ticket. By the way, the super VIPs will get a chance to meet all the speakers. Why? Because all the super VIPs will be going there to eat. So watch this video, Rob, put it on 1.25, and then we'll get into all the stories. Here's a new building and where the party will be held at. Go ahead.
I got a big announcement to make. Property I'm on right now, we've been working on buying this property for the last 3 years. It's one of its last kind in America. Why? It's on 11 acres. It's got 2 hangars. It's on an airport. Upgrades of $7 million made here. That's going to be the new headquarters of Valuetainment, Manek, David Consulting, the podcast, the whole 9. And what we wanted to do, we want to find a way to celebrate this as a new headquarters with inviting you to an event on November 5th, which is election night. A lot of different things people will be talking about, business owners. What's going to happen if it goes this way? What's going to happen if it goes that way? So imagine 2,000 people being here. Let me show you around. Some of you will have a private meeting with me. That's the elite. That's going to be a few of you. Some will get a private tour of the entire office from us. There's a hangar in the back. So you come up here. Imagine there's going to be a couple major tents, 40 feet by 100 feet, where some of the people that are buying general tickets will be there. But over here inside the hangar is where the podcast will be held. This entire thing will be open like it is right now. Inside of it, myself, the PBD podcast crew, some of the super VIPs will be invited to go upstairs in a section that we have that's got a bar, a restaurant, food, kitchen. You're eating, you're watching it from all the way up there while we're doing the podcast down here in the hangar. So imagine in this room, there's 1,000 people, right? While we're going through this whole thing. Conversation, it's going to be from 6 p.m. is when it starts. All the way up to 2 o'clock in the morning. Who knows? Maybe we'll go 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because a lot of things that's going to be going on. And by the way, do you know why we're not cutting this? We're on an airport. These are planes. We have to hear because right here is the airport. And FYI, Messi plays right there at that stadium right behind us. There's 5 ticket tiers that you can purchase. Each one's got more things to offer. But even locally, there's general tickets to buy for just $75. Bring your wife, bring your husband, bring your family, bring your friends. There's one caveat after you buy the ticket. When you buy the ticket and you come on November 5th, you have to wear Future Looks Bright gear. I'm talking Future Looks Bright hat, a shirt. Doesn't matter. You're going to have to show I got some kind of Future Looks Bright gear because we want everybody here to spread the message and the energy of optimism around the world, back to their states, wherever you're going to be. So November 5th, click on the link above or below, get registered. And if you're watching this saying, well, Pat, I like to travel private. Can I bring my private jet here? 5 of you guys will be. After you buy your ticket, then you can ask us, and that's only available to the tickets at the highest level possible to bring your jet and park it here. So having said that, get your tickets, and I cannot wait to see you November 5th, 6 p.m. at our new headquarters in Fort Lauderdale. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
I dare you to miss it. No, I'm telling you right now. I dare you. I'm telling you to your face. I dare you to miss it. For 4 years, you're going to say, I will never miss it again. Because the next one we do like this is 4 years from now, like the World Cup, which will be in 2028. I dare you to miss it. For those of you guys that are wise and smart enough to know what's going to happen and the crazy stuff that we're going to be covering, you'll be attending. And we can't wait to have you guys there. We cannot wait to spend the entire night with you, your friends, your family together, all night talking about what's going to happen in 2025 and on. So, Rob, put the link below for people to go get registered. If you're listening to this online, go to 5990live.com, go to events, purchase a ticket, and we'll see you there.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.